Welcome back, everybody. This is Lindsay. I'm a real estate investor, and you're seeing my channel where I tell you all the things and experiences that I had with real estate. In this video, I'm going to tell you one of my biggest mistakes. Yes, so now I've been investing in real estate for the last 2 years, and I had just a very interesting conversation with somebody that wants to get into real estate. And he is actually thinking of investing in state of California, which is where I live, mostly to see and just hold for equity. And one of the things that I told him was that there's two different investors. One that invests for cash flow, meaning a return every month, or somebody that invests for equity or appreciation, which if you don't know what that is you may be able to buy a house or a rental property, but you might not be able to get any profits from that monthly. But because you bought in a fairly Class A or Class B neighborhood in a high appreciation state, then you in the long haul will profit from the property, either if you decided to sell it or cash out of that property. So appreciation is pretty powerful. I started investing because of cash flow. And one of the things that I advised this person was to house hack. And house hack is a term that's been more popular now, because it means that you can buy a primary residence or a small multifamily, so single family, duplex, triplex, or quadplex. And you can either rent out the rooms or rent out the other units to offset your mortgage. This technique or a strategy you can use with very little money out of your pocket. And when I purchased my single home, I did not realize that this was available. And so far, now that I know all the things that I've studied over the last 2 years, is that I could have easily get into a multi-unit with little money and eventually rent out the other unit to offset my monthly mortgage. This is a quite powerful tool because not only you're spending less money monthly to pay for your mortgage, now you have all of this cash. Even if it is to completely offset your mortgage, you have all of this cash that you could save. So I think that if I was to do it all over, I would try to do a house hack. So I live in a very high cost of living city, Los Angeles, and this is one of the things that FHAs and conventional mortgages now allow you to get into a small multi-unit for 3.5% or 5% of the purchase price, which is quite a bit low of money out of your pocket right off the front. And if anybody is in the same position of you're thinking you're going to buy a primary residence, just make it a house hack, make it a multi-unit. Why not? I mean, you're going from living most likely in an apartment or a townhome or somebody's house as a roommate to having your own space, your own unit. And I know there's a lot of cities that do not have these opportunities of, there's just not a lot of duplex or triplexes. But what you can do is, if you have to understand what's your level of comfort, and you have to see what you're able to do. Something like rent out the other rooms in your primary home. That's something that I had done in the past for my single family home to help out with the mortgage. And also, or if you're not have access to a duplex, then you can purchase a family residence that has a space in the back, and then you can add an additional unit, an EDU, something that can be converted into a livable space and you can rent that out. If you don't like sharing, for example, common areas like a kitchen and a living room, then those things are doable. I understand that most of what I said will require money, but if you're investing in a high appreciating area, then most likely you can tap into that equity down the line. So it doesn't have to be something that day one you're already renting out the rooms or, building an ADU. It could be something that down the line you could do, because a lot of people have, looking for a home residence, ideal home. But if you are willing to give up some of the comfort to build wealth, then that's something that would have done over. So yeah, this is a little more like of a free thought kind of video, but I did wanted to come out and say it that probably the biggest mistake I done is not to invest in a multifamily. And everybody that I get a chance to talk to that lives actually here or in my area, that's the first thing I recommend. And when you're done, then you can look at other investments. And what's more helpful than you can move out of that primary residence that you bought, that you're house hacking, and buy another house with an FHA or a conventional mortgage and do it all over again. And now, boom, you have 2 units. Well, thank you so much for listening to me blob. But yes, go ahead and have a nice day today, and I'll see you for the next video.